WW7ZYM monitoring.
ZYM, KD7QKU.
WU7N. WU7N standing by for Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net.
7N, KD7QKU. Well, Discord doesn't want to work again tonight. It did the same thing the other night, James. So I don't know. Bob's not going to be here. Wade's not going to be here. I tried to call Dave, he didn't answer, so I don't know what's going on. KD7QKU.
KD7QKU is KD7ZYM.
Well, I just heard Dave in there, and our digital friend who doesn't know we got a net tonight. So I guess there's three of us so far.
KD7ZYM Discord's working fine for me.
You, Dave.
Good evening, this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net. On the 08 machine, I'm Dave, KD7ZYM. The Western Washington Amateur Television Society is a group of amateur radio enthusiasts that take to the airways with fast scan television. We have a repeater located up on Cougar Mountain. We transmit on 70 centimeters. It's a crossband repeater. It spits out images at 1.2 gigahertz. Also, to find find out more about WW7ATS, the Western Washington Amateur Television Society, Google WW7ATS. That's Google WW7ATS. That'll take you to our homepage. There you will find the exact frequencies we transmit and receive on, a little background on the club. Also, you'll find a link to YouTube that will take you to YouTube with our nets that are streamed Saturdays and Wednesdays between 8 and 9 o'clock. So with that, I'd like to thank the SeaTac Repeater Association for letting us use WW7STR's repeater 147.08 with a tone of 103.5. I'll pause momentarily in case anybody has emergency traffic or needs to make a contact before the net gets fully underway. Again, this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net. I'm Dave, KD7CYM. So far checked in by video is Ron, KD7QKU, Wade, W7ITL, James, WU7N, Jim, N7QO, and myself, Dave, KD7CYM. Is there anybody else wishing to check in?
KF7UHK, this is Jessica up in Everett.
And the net acknowledges Jessica, KF7UHK. Again, welcome to the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the 08 machine. I'm Dave, KD7CYM. Well, let's start off the net with Ron, KD7QKU.
You called for me, Dave. Did you call for me?
Affirmative, KD7QKU.
WW7QKU. Well, I think Saturday when we have our monthly get-together, we're going to have to talk about finding a different repeater to use or something. This is terrible, I'm telling you. I can't take it, all that noise. I see Wade's on it. I think he's at the airport or someplace. Hi, Wade. So anyway, big news here, I guess, is that I went in Thursday to have my, I had a tooth that they were putting a crown on it. And I thought my appointment was Friday at 12 o'clock. Well, it was Thursday at 12 o'clock. So I was out in the yard, and the next thing I know, I'm getting a call on my phone, and they said, "Hey, where are you?" And I said, "Well, who is this, and where am I supposed to be?" And they said, "Well, this is Dr. Stewart's office. You had an appointment at 12. Oh, I said, "I thought it was tomorrow." "No, it's right now." I said, "Okay, well, I gotta find my pickup keys. I'll be down in a minute." Well, I needed a shower. I was kind of filthy dirty and everything. So I went down there, got in, and they put me in the chair, and then the technician came in to pull the temporary crown off, and she got it off, and then she left the room, and then came back with the dentist, and he looked at it and said, "We have a problem." He handed me the mirror. He said, "Your tooth broke off." And And that's what they were afraid. That's what it was going to do. That's why they wanted to put a crown on it or a wrap on it. So I said, okay, well, now what do we do? Well, we have to fix it. So we worked on it for a long time, and then he said, well, this isn't working. I'm going to have to take off what I put on it. I'm going to have to put a stud in it or a post in it or something. So I said, okay, well, whatever. So anyway, they worked on it some more and more, and finally they got the post in, I guess, and then he said, okay, well, it was actually a she. He said, okay, well, now the crown won't fit, so we're going to have to put a temporary back on, and we're going to have to take a mold, and then we'll have to get a new crown. You'll have to come back in 2 weeks. So I guess I go back in 2 weeks, so get that taken care of. All right, I just thought that's about all that's been going on at my house. Back to net, KD7QKU.
KD7QKU, thank you for that. And this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society net on the 08 machine. Again, this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society net on the 08 machine. I'm Dave, KD7CYM. Let's go to Jessica, KF7UHK.
Up here in Everett, KF7UHK. Yeah, that's like kind of an obnoxious noise that happens when we unkey our radio. I turned my squelch up a little bit thinking it was my radio, but it wasn't. I even turned off my radio and turned it back on, let it reboot. Still to no avail. So I guess we're probably all hearing that funny chatter. Maybe someone laid down and went bye-bye on top of their key. I don't know. Let's see, today Sylvia's off at work, and she's going to be off at work for the next 2 days. She's having a good time at work, and I don't think it's very busy at work for what she does. But she's there to take care of anything that comes along. So today I went shopping over at Fred Meyer's and picked up a bunch of things because I was just running out of things, things like rice and butter, along with things for the freezer, and I wanted some fish sticks to I like fish sticks every now and then. A couple of fish sticks with a bowl of rice, good. So that's kind of what I did today, and then I went and got a haircut, and that was real nice. I got it cut real short, which is the way I've actually worn it for years and years and years. It was only when I retired when I said, I don't need to go to go get a haircut anymore. I'll just let it grow. And so that's why it's been long, is because I retired. Well, once again, got it all cut off today, and I think it looks really nice. I like the guy who did it, a guy named Alex, the Vietnamese gentleman, and he used a razor on all of the cutting. Was done with a comb and a razor, and it just makes it look really smooth and soft, and just a really nice cut. So that's what I did today. Tomorrow I might go up to the house. I still have this R7 antenna, a Cushcraft R7 antenna I want to put together. It's actually put together, but just taken apart into about 5 pieces, and I want to reassemble it because I have a mast already ready for it to go on to. So that's my big plans for this weekend. I'm going to pass it back. This is KF7UHK.
KF7UHK, thanks for that. Let's see if we can pick up Wade, W7ITL.
W7ITL, timeout.
And let's try Jim, N7QO.
N7QO, thank you, Dave. Good evening, everyone. Ron, man, I hate dentists. I don't really mean it sounding like it does. They can relieve you of a whole bunch of pain, and they can fix your teeth. I just hate what they do to you. So, well, I don't know. Good luck with the tooth. It never ends. And Jessica, grocery shopping, and Sylvia working. Sounds kind of normal to me. I kind of sort of did nothing around the house today except recover from yesterday. Got kind of busy doing things, yard work and whatnot yesterday. Plus running an errand or two. Let's see, what can I say? Really nice day here. Right now I'm showing 77 degrees. I forgot to reset my thermometer, but the high I noticed today was 86 degrees over here. I hope tomorrow's as nice as this. They do say some clouds are supposed to be moving in, but oh well. It might help things feel a little bit cooler, just even if the temperature is the same, if the sun is not beating down on you, doing that radiant heating, it'll feel a bit better. Back to you, Dave, and 7QO.
And 7QO, thanks for that. Seems like we got a little FL Digi in the background. I think the problem comes that they're transmitting with a tone of 110.9 for Tiger Mountain, as opposed to using 103.5 for Cougar. And Tiger is passing the audio back on an open channel. Anyway, let's see if we can pick up James, WW7ATS.
Well, good evening, all. This is James with Uniform 7 November coming in on Echo Link tonight. And I didn't start a timer, but we're roughly 13 minutes after the hour. I have not been able to get Discord to work. I thought I had made a breakthrough here in getting my account acknowledged, but then when I tried to sign in with my same email and password, it says everything is invalid. So not sure what's going on there, but I'll continue to peck away at it. Sorry to hear about your tooth, Ron. Sounds like you got quite a bit of problems there. But good news, Jessica, if you can find someone that does a good job on your hair, you always want to keep them and keep using them. I think I may have found somebody locally here, too, that seems to do a pretty good job on my hair, does exactly what I want. And so far it's working out in the post-COVID world, and it certainly looks a lot nicer than when I was doing it myself for that 3 years. So anyway, well, I've been, of course, down to the counts for about 12 days now, and still don't really feel back up to speed yet, but I'm not having a fever anymore. That's good. And maybe, in another few days, I'll be starting to get back to normal. So that's all the hot news here. I don't think I'm going to be able to hang in here with you for the full hour today, so I'll hear what people have to say one more time around, and then probably call it a night. This is James, WU7N in Northeast Bellevue.
7N, thanks for that. And this is Dave, KD7ZYM in Lake City with the Western Washington Amateur Television Society net on the 08 machine. Well, I'd like to thank everybody that joined. They did on this wonderful holiday weekend of Labor Day. And getting back up to Ron, I guess he's a very important man to have two crowns. Most kings did only have one crown, but I see Ron is in a position of having two crowns made for him. And Jessica, razor trimming. Oh my, that brings back memories of myself about 30 years ago when the barbers were saying, oh, we'll do this razor trim thing. And then about 2 months later, they came out with cutting by fire, and they were using a torch, combing up your hair and then sizzling off the hair as opposed to using scissors. Luckily, that didn't last too long, and they went back to a razor cut, and then after that, it was about 2 more months later, they went back to just using scissors, razors, and clippers, so that was always good to get that out of the way. Well, that's about what's happening in Lake City. This is Dave, KD7CYM. And if the FL Digi goes away, we'll probably have a little better audio. This is Dave, KD7CYM. So let's go up to Ron, KD7QKU.
KD7QKU here in Tacoma. Can you hear me all right, Dave? If you can, give me a thumbs up.
You're doing fine.
So anyway, Jim, N7QO, I tried to forward you the Tacoma Ham Club newsletter. I don't know if you got it. If you did get it and you open it up, you go down to where it says newsletter, you click on newsletter, you go down and pick the newest one, which would be August, and you open it up, and I think you'll be impressed. It's a 96-page newsletter, and it's just full of interesting stuff. So anyway, so today we got a message from Debbie, that's Dave, that's Richard's wife, and said they had moved him out of the ICU last night, and they put him in a normal, he's in a normal room now. So I hope that means that he's recovering. So, a little more. I sent him a text message today telling that we'd been testing digital TV, and I sent him some pictures, but it doesn't look like he opened them or looked at them, so I don't know. Maybe he doesn't have his phone, or maybe he doesn't feel like it. So let's see. On Thursday night, we went to a concert, the Toby Jones retirement home over here. Beautiful retirement home, probably the nicest in Tacoma. You probably have to pay $10,000 a month to live there. It's all brick and Tudor and everything. They might even have their own golf course for all I know. It's really close, and to me it's probably a mile away, not quite a mile I suppose. It's down towards the park. So anyway, they've been having a concert all month, every Thursday night, so they had 4 concerts. And Thursday night they had a bunch of old guys, gray-haired guys, and it was a really nice little band, and they played Beatles music. Man, the people loved it. They were up dancing. It was really fun. They were a really good group and lively and everything, and the music was fantastic. So it's outside. You just bring your lawn chair and sit on the grass and listen to them. I don't know. There was probably at least 100 people there from the area. They sent out a mailer to the area. I don't know where all the mailer went, but anyway, a lot of people showed up. You can bring your wine, you can bring your dinner, you can have whatever you want. Starts at 6:30 and goes to about 8:30 or so. So it was a lot of fun. So anyway, Jim, if you got the newsletter from Tacoma Ham Club, you might mention it. Otherwise, I guess I forget about it. So anyway, back to that KD7QKU.
QKU. Let's go to Jessica, KF7UHK.
UHK, maybe that noise has gone away now. Well, first of all, I want to say it's nice to hear Richard is out of ICU and to a normal room. That's very, very promising, and I hope him the best of recovery, and hopefully he gets back on his feet again, because we sure love Richard. And you with your tooth. Oh, I hate dentists. I love for what they do, and whenever I go in, I usually go in and say, oh, please help me. I need your help, and thank you for doing what you're doing. But I sure don't like sitting there and kind of going through the torture of it. So that's what I think about that. Today for dinner tonight, we're having a great big thick ribeye steak that we pulled out of the freezer a couple days ago, and having that with some corn and some baked potatoes. So that's what's on the fare tonight. Sylvia will be home in a few minutes, so I'm probably not. I think I'm gonna make this my 73 round. Good to hear everybody here on the radio, and we'll see you all again next time, which hopefully will be next week. Everything else in life seems to be going. One last thing is on Thursday, I'll be having cataract surgery for my right eye. And as I like to say, boy, after I have my surgery, I could retire right then, because that's all the major things I really need to get done right now. But I'll probably wait for another six or 7 months is the official timing to my second retirement. All right, 73 to everybody. This is Jessica, KF7UHK.
UHK, we'll be looking forward to you. Hope you'll be seeing us soon. Oh my, if you hear the doorbell ring, it's just everybody that's been listening will be come knocking at your door to see if you have any extra steak on the grill. Well, let's see if Wade is with us. W7ITL. Let's see if we can pick up Jim in Covington, N7QO.
N7QO, thank you, Dave. Well, let's see. Jim, not feeling real well. Hope you get to feeling better soon. Didn't hear about that. Hang in there. Sounds like you feel a little bit better anyway, so that's encouraging. Ron, I did not get the newsletter yet, but having said that, I have not looked at my computer today. I have it over here, but I'm having a problem connecting, so I didn't worry too much about it since no one else seems to be able to use the computer tonight. So I'll take a look at that on my real computer and see if it's there. Thank you for sending that, and I will send you an email if I did not receive it. Miss Jessica, you are giving up ham radio to eat something? Oh my goodness. You've been hanging around us guys too long. Oh well. Good luck with your cataract surgery. I don't know. Not much I can say about that. I have yet to go through that experience. But there's certainly enough of us who have gone through that, and it turned out good. So we'll say a prayer or two for you on that, and hope it works well. Let's see. There's a few days ago, there's a fellow who kind of crashed his seaplane in the Lake Meridian here, close to where I live. That's something in the news. And what else was in the news that I wanted to mention? I'll have to think about that. Too bad Dick isn't here. He'd like to hear about that. And Ron, thanks for the information about Dick. That is wonderful news. It sounds like he's improving. Maybe not improving as quickly as we would like, but improving nevertheless. So glad to hear that. Thank you. Back to you, Dave, and 7QO.
Thanks for that. And get a quick ID. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society net on the 08 machine. I'm Dave
Dave, distinct from the digital signal, your accelerating motor boat is back. You'll have to repeat your last transmission. WW7ATS.
WW7N. Go ahead.
Hey, thank you. Well, I'm glad to hear that nobody else can get onto Discord because I keep trying to verify my email, and it just, let's see, I've tried all sorts of things I won't ramble on about, but it says thanks for registering, click below to verify, and blah, 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 and I click it, and then I can go to the main site, and nothing happens. So, anyway, I seem to have an unclaimed account on there, and not quite sure what I'm doing or how to do it, but maybe when we all get back together again, somebody can talk me through it. So, anyway, let's see. Yeah, I'd heard somebody famous had flipped a slope plane, and that they had some kind of memorial to what a great pilot he was or something. I did see that flash by, but I don't know the man. It was in some lake, I think, up here. So with that, I guess I'll turn it back to you, Dave. This is James, WU7N in Northeast Bellevue.
WW7N. Thanks for that, James. This is Dave, KD7CYM. Yeah, I saw that float plane too. And if you notice, the wheels were in the landing position on those pontoons. I've covered stories in the past where there have been some accidents with float planes with the party leaving those wheels down while trying to land on water. But I don't know, it could be a possibility that they popped up due to the accident. I'm not sure. But that was an interesting thing to look at. And I got a Discord update when I went to sign on. And also, I had a problem signing on originally with Discord with my email verification, but I used a phone number instead. That seemed to make the difference, and I got through on Discord. Go figure. And today I've been watching football. I got a big screen TV. Boy, that certainly makes a difference in watching football and all sports. And I'm very impressed with the new technology on the big screen TV, especially the QLED variety that makes everything so crystal clear. The only thing it's missing is smell the sweat coming off the players on the field on the close-ups. But it's been great television watching anyway. So that's about it. And as far as cataracts go, oh my gosh, I had mine done 18 years ago, both eyes, and the only complication was probably the first day. It looked like I was looking through a glass of cranberry juice. Everything was a little bit to that color of cranberry. This was in the fall, and then 2 days later, everything just cleared up, and it was beautiful because all the leaves had been falling and all the fall colors were there. I was just very impressed, and it's been the same ever since without any problems. So, one stop does it all, I think. Anyway, for me, it has worked very well for the last 18 years. I don't know about the next 18, but anyway, got my fingers crossed. Well, let's go back up to Ron, KD7QKU.
KD7QKU here. Yeah, that plane was on Morton Lake, which is east of Kent, up on the hill there. Jim, I sent that email to the cs.com email address. So it was a cs.com, so I don't know. That's the one that's listed on the directory here that I have, that Richard put together. So let's see the Huskies are playing right now. Dave, are you watching the Huskies? They're at home. They're on the Big Ten network. So I have that on Rainier Connect, and so I can see the game. I can see all the Big Ten games. So they're a part of the Big Ten now. So I don't know. If you do a search, you can probably find them someplace. But and then I watched the Alabama game. What's his name? DeBose, I guess it is, who was our former Husky coach. He's the coach now taking Nick Saban's place. He'd been there 17 years. He had big shoes to fill. It showed a picture how he had changed the office from when Saban was there. It's all modern now. Looks really nice. They asked some of the players what it was like, and they said, "Oh, he's a real nice guy. We like him. He has an easygoing attitude, and practices are fun." And the last time I looked at it, they were ahead 59-0, and they were playing. Jimmy Crystal, who were they playing? Tennessee. I forgot now who they were playing, but anyway, it looked they had quite a few penalties and a few rough spots, but they were winning. So I wish him well. He's in a tough market back there with Alabama. So let's see, what else is going on? Not much, I guess. I went to the Ham Club today, Tacoma Ham Club, and somebody brought in a whole bunch of coax and LMR 600 and LMR 400 and a whole bunch of Heliax hardline, probably in about, I would guess from the size of the spools, 50 or 60 yards, or 50 or 60 foot pieces with end connectors on the end of it. So it was probably, what was it, a ½ inch, 5/8 or something. It was the same kind as I have, same size, I'm sure. So if anybody needs any hardline, I suppose I could get it for them. I asked them what they were going to do with it. They really didn't know what they were going to do with it. They have so much old ham gear and stuff that's just ridiculous. People, I don't know how they get it. But anyway, someone brought a whole stack of this stuff. So that was kind of interesting. Today they had somebody had a ICOM 706, I guess it is, for sale. They wanted $250 for it. It looked real nice. I don't know what model it was. But if I didn't have my Yaesu, I definitely would have bought it. But anyway, on the last Saturday of the month, they have a swap meet, and they always have lunch. Today they were having hamburgers, and actually, yeah, I guess it was hamburger. I didn't get one. I didn't stay. I left about 11:30. There was a little boy that lives over in Gig Harbor. He's 12 years old. He got his own ham license. There's no ham in his family. And so there was a little boy came in with his mother and a couple other small brothers and sisters. And I said to the guy I was talking to, I said, I bet that's Samuel. And he had a radio in his hand. So I got up and I said, are you Samuel? And he said, yeah. And I said, I've heard you and I haven't talked to you. So there was another ham there that was going to help him program the radio. So that was nice. They invited him to come to the meeting today. So back to net, KD7QKU. Oh, and James, I'm glad to hear you're getting better. KD7QKU.
QKU. Let's go to Jim, N7QO.
N7QO, thank you, Dave. Well, let's see. Ron, you mentioned Toby Jones. I've heard of that place before. I have a friend who's down in an assisted living facility down somewhere there in Tacoma. But it's not that one. But I should go check out some of those places kind of soon. Let's see, Dave, football, So you are requesting smell-o-vision instead of television? Man, that sounds a little odd, but yeah, when you can kind of see the individual blades of grass, that's pretty slick. I don't have anything that sophisticated. I have to say that I could not tolerate the smell-o-vision, because if I saw some food which looks yummy, if I could smell it, it's all over. You have no idea how many times I've been walking through the airports somewhere, and usually what gets me and makes me deviate off my course is if there's a Cinnabon somewhere there. It's like, okay, my body just kind of turns in that direction. I don't know. Oh well. Everyone has their weaknesses, I guess. But I'm glad you're enjoying the new television. And well, that's pretty reassuring. Also, that you had your cataract surgery done 18 years ago. I was wondering how long they would last. But that's encouraging to hear. Because my wife needs, they're telling her she needs to have cataract surgery done sometime soon. So we'll add that little tidbit of information into the file here as reassurance that it will work out good. Thanks for mentioning that. Back to you, Dave, and 7QO.
Whoa, let's go to much healed, or in the process of healing, James, WW7N.
Days. I think I did get into Discord finally here. I don't understand how you actually see any kind of a video on it, but maybe someone could chime in and let me know that. Or not, that's okay too. So anyway, let's see, I think I'm kind of wearing out here, but progress tonight. Enjoyed hearing from everybody tonight, and maybe I'll have to get online and try and figure out how to use this tool. There's like a little microphone with a big red bar through it, a pair of headphones, and a little gear next to my name, and something about, turn on the microphone, deafen, and user settings. So, not sure from where you go from there with this, but looks like an interesting thing, something new to learn about. So this is James, WW7N. Back to you, Dave.
And unmute the mic if you want to talk. So that's the only advice I can give you without seeing what you're actually doing there. And for high definition TV, I'll tell you, looking at the commercials during the football games, talk about make your mouth water. If I stopped and wanted to eat every time I saw beautiful hamburgers or tacos or anything else in junk food that comes up on the screen, it just looks so delicious. It's impossible to try to resist. Certainly get your taste buds gone. You have to realize to your brain, this is only TV, not real food. So anyway, that's been my experience there. So let's go back up to Ron, KD7QKU.
7QKU. Well, Dave, you doubled with James, and James won, and so we only heard the end of your conversation. So Jim, let's see, was that your email address, the cs.com one? Go ahead.
In fact, I just checked, and I did receive that, and I was able to scroll and pick up the August newsletter. So I have that information, so thank you very much for that.
I'll enjoy that a lot. Let's see, there was something else I was going to talk about. Oh, so James, Discord is working fine for me and Dave. I mean, I see Dave and Dave sees me, I'm sure. And Wade was on here a minute ago when we first started, and we could see him. I have a feeling he might have been in an airport and he was on his phone. So, I don't know if you got the Discord screen, and up on the left-hand side of the column, at the top, you'll see Watts up there. You just click on it, and it takes you to us. So I don't know if you've gotten that far yet. So anyway, well, I don't have much more to say. The Husky game right now is 0-0, and we'll see what happens. Back to net, Katie. We can, make it short tonight, Dave, if you want to. KD7QKU.
KD7QKU, thanks for that. Let's go to Jim, N7QO.
N7QO, thank you, Dave. Well, yeah, I kind of agree. We probably should shorten things up a bit here. I don't know about this Discord. It sounds like it's not working well for everyone. So I would be inclined to say that's not quite cutting it. And my computer has problems even with some other things. Jitsi for one thing. So I mean, it works, but not real good. So, oh well. Let's see. Well, was that the Wazoo game that you were watching there, Ron? I thought that was supposed to be on earlier, but I don't know. I got a little bit busy earlier in the day. I did watch part of the Ohio State game, but didn't catch much of anything else. I guess that's all I've got for this go around. Back to you, Dave, and 7QO.
Jim, the Wazoo game was on earlier today, and it was on CW on my net. It seemed like they had all the Beavers on, and they had probably the Boise on, and they had a bunch of. So that looks like it's going to be a new local football channel. It's called CW on my network. I forget what channel it is. Yeah, and I'm watching the Husky game. It's on the Big Ten network, and I get it. It was new. It just appeared on my TV guide a few weeks ago. So anyway, I'm glad it's there. So all the teams that are in the Big Ten, I'm going to be able to see them play, it looks like. So I'm going to say 73s, and unless someone has a question or something. So KD7QKU, good evening.
7QKU, thanks for that. And let's see if Jim, N7QO, has anything to add.
Well, Ron, thanks for mentioning that. I think I have that CW network. I don't recall watching anything on it, but I'm pretty sure I see it on the channel lineup. But I'm also equally certain that, maybe even more certain, that I do not have the Big Ten stuff. So, oh well. Sounds like you win a few, you lose a few. Back to you, Dave, N7QO.
QO, let's go to James, WW7N.
Thank you, Dave. I have at least got to the point where I can see myself. Ooh, I look awful. But I don't know if anybody else can see me. It looks like Ron and Dave are doing something on video and voice channels on the digital side. Anyway, good night tonight. Thanks all for participation. This is James, WW7N in Northeast Bellevue. Healing up. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
You have to open up your camera. You go down on the bottom, down where your name is on the left-hand side, and you have to click on your camera probably to open it.
Now the camera's open and I can see myself.
KD7CYM, UNID here again. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net Machine. Well, when I got into Discord this evening, it did an update of 17 different things, and that sort of made everything kind of go haywire for a while, and then I had to reboot the machine, and then it came back up, and then it worked for me. But getting the CW channel to watch Wazoo football, channel 51 in Seattle is the channel that gives you the CW, channel 51. So with that, I'll close up the net. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society net on the 08 machine. We'd like to thank the SeaTac Repeater Association for letting us use WW7STR's repeater 147.8, the tone of 103.5. Thank you all, and terminate the net at 8:46. This is Dave, 87CYM, on behalf of the Western Washington Amateur Television Society. Good evening, all.
Dave, KD7QKU here. You were covered up with white noise almost completely. I don't know if you have any more power. Are you on high power? If you're not, you should go to high power. Maybe you could overcome it.
No, I'm on high power. I can hear the background stuff going on.
Just thought I'd ask. All right. Good night, everybody. KD7QKU.
CYM, clear.
Good night, all. WU7N. WU7N disconnected.